You are calling another man country that it is no man land, but you have your land. You are fighting for your Biafra at home, but you are calling another person man no man land.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Delphina and I'm super excited returning back to you. So today we're checking out a video of a Cameroonian revealing to Ghanaians how Igbo businessmen operate and secretly gaining their ground in any city they live in. Guys, let's get right into the video, and at the end of it, I would love for you to drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's get right into it, and now we'll be right back.
Hello guys, I want to explain to you how Igbo businessmen operate, and that is how they are gaining ground in any city they go to. Igbo man will come to your country, open a business. When the business is booming, when the business is doing well, instead of the man to recruit people from your community to benefit from the business, the man will go back to Enugu, to Nigeria, and bring his brother to your country and recruit him. When his brother now gain money to open his own business, he will open his own business closer to him and go back to Nigeria and bring his brother in Enugu. So when they are using this same system, the country is not benefiting from the business. It is only their brothers that are benefiting from the business. So when they say that we are the one building your country, no, you are not building the country. That is 100% parasite on the country, because you only consume everything from the country and take to your country. You cannot come to the country, you open the business, you recruit only your brothers. When you want to expand the business, you go to your country and bring more employees, and you say that you are contributing to the country. No, that is a parasite to the country. And this thing is happening right in my country. When you go to the economic capital, you have a place where there are only Nigerians in the heart of the economic capital of Cameroon. The biggest business place in a particular place are Nigerians, only them. They recruit only their brother. They bring their brother right from their country and recruit them down for them to recruit a Cameroonian. These things Ghanaians are complaining. We understand the system. We understand the system. Building anything in any country, whether a palace, expanding to a community, a school, a hospital, all those facilities will be controlled by Igbo. They will recruit only their people in the institution. At the end, their money will circulate within them. They will go to your own community and gather the money there and bring into their own community, and they will be doing their own big thing at home. That is a complete takeover of a system. When you guys say we are jealous of you guys, we are doing this, we have the right to defend our own countries. Yes, you are a businessman, you defend Igbo. Yes, it is also our right to defend our own countries. We don't have to keep quiet. We will not talk about our own communities because you are doing business in our country. Stop the business today. Somebody will replace you within 2 days. Somebody will replace you. What we are trying to say is that if you open business in Cameroon, please recruit Cameroonians. Stop going to your country to recruit people. At the end, you will say that you people are building Cameroon. This nonsense talk. I read comment even under my page where some Nigerians have said that Ghana is no man land. These are Igbo. Ghana is no man land. This is how they support their brother. And when you will complain, they will say that you hate Igbo. You are calling another man country that it is no man land, but you have your land. You are fighting for your Biafra at home, but you are calling another person man no man land. Okay, let's just calculate something. This man finally built a palace in Ghana. The land that this man was talking to buy is about 50 hectares. Okay, just imagine. The man is going to build a palace, he is going to build school, he is going to build hospital, he is going to build a supermarket. And all Igbos from Nigeria that are in Ghana now, they will be staying there. In 100 years, there will be about 50,000 or 100,000 Igbos in that community, and these people will school in their own school. They will buy from their own shops. They will go to their own supermarkets. Ghana government will not benefit from them, because I know Igbo man will not leave his supermarket to go and buy from Ghana supermarket. I know that Igbo man will not leave his hospital to go to Ghanaian hospital. I know that Igbo man will not leave his brother's school to go to Ghana school. So it is going to be an Igbo community in Ghana. Okay, in 1,000 years to come, these people will have the population of about 2 million people. You know what it means? The 2 million people will be using Igbo language. Their culture will be pure Igbo. And very soon they will start demanding for their own country in Ghana, which will cause another war, the same thing that is happening in Middle East. So when we look at this thing critically, Ghanaians are just trying to protect themselves so that things that we are seeing today in Middle East should not happen in Ghana. This is how it all started. In the name of building your community, you want to build palace. We are all Africans and we know the secrets of our palace. You don't just go to community and have palace. It is a sacred place. Not everyone can have a palace. Right in his own country, in his own village, he cannot build that nonsense there. He cannot build Igbo palace in Igbo. He will not. Because his community is not going to allow him to do that. His king will not allow him to do that. What made you to think that you are going to build it in another man's land? When you look, this man is building modern palace. When you look at what he is building in Ghana, I think Ghanaian king don't even have palace that look like that one, what he is building. So all this I'm saying is to make you understand that Igbo are not condemning their brothers. They are totally in support of their brother, because I have not seen any video online of somebody saying that what Igbo are doing are wrong, what our brothers are doing are wrong. All of them are in support of their brothers. One of the Igbo came to my live yesterday. He said that we don't have to judge all Igbos based on one person's character. And we have to understand that we have to judge all Igbos based on one person's character, because the rest of the Igbo don't condemn their brothers when they do wrong. They will sit quiet and support them behind. Whatever this person was talking about in Ghana, so many Igbo are in support of him. They are supporting him in private. Some of them may say we are not supporting him. In private, they are supporting him. Some of them will pretend, while some of them will support in public. So going to conclusion, all Igbos are in support of their brother. When we conclude because we have taken time to observe and see what is actually happening. Some people will say you don't like these people. Yes, you have to say that. People will always believe that truth is hatred against them because it doesn't favor them. But when it favors you, it becomes sweet. You are going to enjoy it. And this issue of telling people that these particular people don't know business, they should manage themselves, they are jealous of Igbo. If the people don't know business and you guys are doing your business, I think it is advantageous to you that the business you are doing, nobody is disturbing you there. So just do your business calmly and avoid occultism, avoid criminality, avoid kidnapping, avoid stealing, avoid things that will make the local to rise against you. These are where we have problem with Igbo. It's not about jealousy. You cannot say that South African jealous you, Nigerian jealous you, Yoruba jealous you, Hausa jealous you, Fulani jealous you. I'm also a Cameroonian and I jealous you. You go to Ghana, Ghanaian jealous you. You go to Western country, they jealous you. You go to the Arab world, they jealous you. No, it's not like that. I have said it so many times, my friend. It is your attitude. It is your attitude. The worst thing is that you don't see problem with yourself. You are not seeing the problem with you people. When we speak, we are not speaking because we hate you guys. We just say it because we want you guys to control your ways. You are going the wrong way.
Thank God it's not just us the Nigerians notice this about this Igbo tribe. Yeah, that's how they are. They are this kind of people that everywhere they go, they try to bring their people in, and they sees it as helping, but they've forgotten that the land they are bringing people in, I mean their brothers in, is not their land. So okay, fine, you can bring people to a land like Ghana. Let me make an example with Ghana. Okay, you can bring people to Ghana, but why can't you bring them the right way? Is it too hard for you to bring them the right way? they said, okay, before you stay in Ghana, I mean, you live fully in Ghana, you should do your resident permit and foreigner's ID. Is it too hard for you to do? If it's too hard for you to do, that means you can't live in Ghana. You understand? So nobody is telling you not to live in Ghana, but bringing your bad energy, spoiling the younger generation here is what Ghanaians do not want. The bad ones, the bad Nigerians, Igbo people especially, you guys don't even want to accept the fact that those people are doing bad here in Ghana, especially those Igbos that are in the diaspora. They will come online talking rubbish, saying all manners of stuff that is not even making sense. They've forgotten that they are risking the Igbos, their life, those Igbos' life that are here in Ghana. If you really care about the Igbos in Ghana, then you will not open your mouth and be saying some kind of things online. Well, guys, this is what this Cameroonian have to tell you Ghanaians. So a word is enough for the wise. That's just what I have to say. Now the room is open for you to tell me what you think about this very video in the comment section. Do all to like, subscribe to the channel, share this video to as many eyes out there. I believe they'll watch and learn from it. I love you guys always. Bye bye.